Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I saw, I'll link the video down below, Jeffree Star and James Charles got together and they did a collaboration, and this is like super buried in there, and if you take the time to watch the whole thing, James mentions that with a Morphe M433, they also have the R37, they also have the MAC 217, but basically this same flat shader brush, he could do an entire eye look with one brush. And that got me thinking that I usually go in with like 7 and no shame at all. Like, these are my clean eye brushes. This is not even like dipping into the literal cup full of dirty ones I have. So I decided to see what I can do with just one brush. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. I do upload twice a week, and that is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I am posting. Not to sound like Jackie Aina, but literally like 60% of my viewers are not subscribed, and it's like, you come back, you watch the videos, subscribe, because honestly, like, that's how I know if you guys like what's coming out. So if you want to see me use just one brush and the blood sugar palette to make an entire eye look, then stay tuned. Okay, so I did already, well, I said it was translucent powder, but I didn't use this brush because honestly it's translucent powder. I'm going to start with Sugar Cane, the transition shade right there, and I'm just going to buff that all over the whole crease. So I forgot to mention, I will also be using my Viramona color switch from Sephora. This is a great way to just like get all the product off your brush so that you can dip into other shades and not have it contaminate. And I mean, these are awesome, and no pigment on the bristles. It does discolor the bristles a little bit, but honestly, I don't even care about that. I just want the brush to be clean so that when I go into the next shade, I don't have any carry over. I know I'm wearing a matchy shirt today with the look I'm gonna end up doing, but that's okay. I'm gonna dip into Fresh Meat down here. That's not Fresh Meat. That is Fresh Meat. And I'm going to take that on just the tip of the brush, and I'm gonna take that right into the socket. Then going into Cake Mix, I'm just going to blend that out. Then going a little bit more into Fresh Meat, I'm just going to build that up a little bit on the inner and outer corners. Then with no product on the brush, I'm just going to blend all of that out and together. Next, I'm going to go into Coma down here, and I'm just going to further deepen up the outer portion of the eye. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Tongue Pop right here, and I'm just going to kind of, again, blend out all of those lines. So I'm going to start by taking a dry brush and a light dusting of Blood Sugar down here. And this is a red shimmer shade, and I'm just going to take that on the center of the lid. And this is going to be the base for the next pigment we're going to do. Once again, with a clean brush, I'm just going to diffuse any of those edges. Then I'm going to take a little bit of, right here, this is Sweetener. I'm going to take that also on a dry brush, and I'm just going to put that right in the center of the lid. And to amp it up a little bit more, I'm going to take Donor, the gold, on my finger, and I'm going to press that low down just on the very center, just to be like a halo within the halo. And going back into a little bit of Sweetener right here, I'm just going to blend around that gold. So I'm just going to throw on some lashes off camera. These are Risqué from Koko Lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, lashes are on. Let's finish up the lower lash line. So I'm going to start, and for this I'm going to kind of like pinch the brush just so that I get a little bit more, I guess, definition. I'm going to start with Coma down here mixed with a little bit of Intravenous, the brown up here. And I'm going to take a little bit of each. I'm just going to run that on the outer portion of the lash line. Then dipping into Fresh Meat right here, I'm going to blend that up to where it meets the upper lid and towards the inner corner. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Extraction, the deeper cranberry, and I'm going to blend all of that together. So I'm going to take a little bit of black liner and throw that in the waterline, and I'm just going to blend that out with a little bit more of that plum shade Coma. Honestly, I miss my pencil brush. This is the first time all day look, whatever that you want to call it, that I am missing another brush. Like, this fit really nicely up here. It was fine for packing on a lid shade, but the second I started going into the lower lash line, I was seriously missing my pencil brushes. Now, just to mirror the top a little bit, I'm going to take a little more of, where'd it go, of sweetener right here, and I'm going to run that under my lower lash line, just in the center. And now, because it's going to be hard to really get the payoff I want, I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of glitter. So I'll be going into the Heavy Metal Glitter from Urban Decay. This is Midnight Cowboy, the gold. And I'm going to take that just a little bit right in the center of the waterline. And just to amp up the lid a little bit, I'm going to take the Stila Magnificent Metal in Rose Gold Retro. And instead of putting that directly on the lid, I'm actually going to take that onto the back of my hand, because this has this really pretty champagne-y shade. And going in with the same brush I've been using all damn day, I'm just going to dot a little bit of that over the center of the lid, just to add a little bit more of a pop. And I'm going to take a little bit more of that Rose Gold Retro and throw it on the inner corner. And I totally forgot, I'm going to take a little bit of Glucose, the white, and I'm going to very lightly dust that on the brow bone for a matte brow bone highlight. So that is the finished look. Honestly, like, I think this is really pretty. I can't wait to try and recreate this with, like, my actual detail brushes to give me a little bit more precision in the crease. For what it was, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out, but I am not going to be rushing to use just one brush anytime soon. That being said, I am really happy with how this turned out because, again, I don't use one brush for everything, so I really like it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And leave me a comment down below. If you had to use only one brush for your whole routine, what would it be? Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.